Just keep mine, Ilana. That's all I am asking you. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Talking about sisters doing it for themselves, this morning on Women's Day, we are celebrating women that have done amazing things and women that have endured extraordinary circumstances and kind of, risen above adversity. Vanessa Goosen's story is one such story. She was on the verge of a big break in modeling. Miss South Africa finalist at the age of 21, Vanessa Goosen was caught up in every traveler's nightmare. Duped into carrying books with 1.7 kilograms of heroin hidden in them, Vanessa was arrested and tried on drug trafficking charges. She was sentenced to death. Pregnant, terrified, and desperately alone, Vanessa began a harrowing 16-year journey behind bars. She was forced to part with her beloved daughter. Through a process of amnesty from the King of Thailand, Vanessa eventually served 16 and a half years. She brings a powerful Women's Day message. Let's take a look.
Vanessa Goosen was released and returned to South Africa in 2010. She had to learn how to use a cell phone. She had to get used to taking warm showers, sleeping on a bed, and wearing shoes. Her story is one of hope and forgiveness.
This morning, I'm honoured to be standing in the presence of a remarkable woman who survived, by anyone's standards, a nightmare. Now, Vanessa, you were in prison for 16 years. What message would you like to get across?
My message is a message of hope and to empower and encourage women. That it doesn't matter what situation you might find yourself in or what difficulty you might face. It might be at work, it might be at home, it might be with your children. You can overcome it. Because I have found out something very profound, that the inner strength that I had to overcome that situation, each and every woman have that inner strength if they only tap into it. What I can say, if you have been taken advantage of, it is very difficult. You have pain, you have anger, and you really want that person who has taken advantage of you to pay the price. You want to take revenge. But when you come to realize that the pain, the anger, and the frustration that you are facing on a daily basis, it's crippling you emotionally, it's crippling your entire future because you cannot move forward. So you need to let go completely for you to be able to have that peace and to be able to move forward.
What kept you motivated?
What kept me motivated was my daughter, because when I fell into a deep depression, one person came over to me and said to me that you're a very selfish person, that you want to give up hope and you just forgot about your daughter and the promise you made to her, that you're going to return back home to her, and now you're actually giving up. So right there she reminded me about my promise, and that is why I decided to fight my situation no matter what. Returning back to South Africa, one was, she was 3 when she left, and she was 16 years old. So I didn't know my daughter. It was quite a challenge, not knowing each other, what she likes, what she doesn't like. So we actually really had to start from the beginning, learning about each other and growing together. It was very hard for me, and I believe for her as well.
We are celebrating Women's Month this month. How important are relationships with other women around you?
It is very important because you can learn from each other. Because someone may be at a different level where the other one is in a higher level, and you can support each other, you can encourage and empower each other.
Vanessa shared her story in the book Drug Muled, and she was the keynote speaker at Pick n Pay's recent Women's Day event hosted in Gauteng. Ladies gathered for a spectacular lunch and were pampered and inspired by Vanessa's heartwarming story of strength and forgiveness.
Vanessa's story has moved me in terms of an endurance, how she persisted, how she remained, and so much that what she wanted to achieve wasn't anything materialistic. It was just a personal journey.
I think today's event is really empowering, and it gives a great message. And to listen to Vanessa talk about her story and giving 16 years up of her life with the determination to see her daughter again is truly, truly soul touching.
We're not sitting here and just being pampered, but we're actually learning something and building each other through the stories.
I think it's awesome that Pick n Pay took this opportunity to basically give back to the women who do support them and celebrate women, especially because it is Women's Month.
I'm very moved and touched today by the response of the ladies here. My experience have encouraged them and have moved them and touched them. This is really my aim of changing lives, inspiring and encourage women.
Vanessa says her life is not a pity party and proof that whatever the situation, You can survive it just as she did.
By supporting the Flower Valley Conservation Trust, that's where we found goodness. Pick n Pay, always there for you.